Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. My name is Jason Wisnat. I serve in an outreach and engagement capacity here at the RISC Institute, and we're joined by our Associate Director at the RISC Institute, Zach Carwile. Welcome.
Jason, thanks for having me back. Good to see you.
Absolutely. Glad to have you. And as I understand it today, this webinar is going to be focused on the RISC Institute's Critical and Emerging Technology Protection Program, also known as CETPP. That's a service provided by the Institute. Can you tell us a little bit about that, what it is and its intent?
You bet. So as we mentioned, the RISC Institute, we kind of adhere to Texas A&M University's land grant mission. And one of the prongs of that mission is service to the community. At CETPP here, what we hope to do is work with our friends in academia and industry who either want to stand up new research security programs or maybe enhance their current programs and help them kind of bolster a little bit stronger risk mitigation strategy.
Okay, and as I understand, you have developed a type of assessment to aid these folks. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So we have established a CETPP program assessment survey. It's brief, relatively painless, and it's really designed with 2 points, 2 objectives rather in mind. And one is to allow someone to maybe take a couple of minutes and complete the survey and allow them to kind of sit back and pause, think about their research security posture. And then another objective is to see that which areas RISC might be able to collaborate with them on in helping, again, enhance their research security posture.
Excellent. And I'm going to share my screen for a second. If you want to talk through, for those interested in taking the assessment, where can they locate that?
You bet. So we're gonna offer this link to the survey in 3 locations. The first will be our website, which you see here. That's www.risc.tamus.edu, and it's about 3/4 of the way down on the homepage. And then we're also going to have a link on the website under Programs and Partners. And if you scroll down to CETPP, and then there will be a link there, Take CETPP Assessment. So that'll be one of the ways we'll promulgate this survey. We're also going to offer this link on our weekly RISC media bulletins, which for those of you, if you're not subscribed to this weekly, I highly encourage you to, because there's a lot of great information that the team here is putting out to the community. So it would be here on our weekly bulletin, which you're seeing now. And then thirdly, we're going to offer this on our LinkedIn page as well. So we really encourage folks to click on the link in one of these 3 locations and spend a few minutes taking the survey to see kind of how, take a snapshot of their own program, maybe look at some areas where they can collaborate with RISC.
Excellent. And if it's okay with you, could we access the link and kind of look at what the contents of the survey might be?
Yes, sir, please.
Okay, so we're just going to go to the homepage and presume that a user goes to it. They scroll down. As you mentioned, they say, take the assessment. Now walk us through the elements of this assessment.
So obviously we're going to ask the respondent to provide their name and their title. Again, if someone prefers to remain anonymous, that's perfectly fine. But should you want someone from RISC to reach back out, we'll obviously need that information. We're interested in knowing who you're with, who you're affiliated with, a good contact email for you. And should you desire to have an initial consultation with RISC, how would you prefer to be contacted? And then we have some kind of basic questions about research security programs, such as whether or not you're involved in any sensitive or controlled research, who your major funders are. And then we kind of go through a series of questions regarding some of the services that RISC may offer, whether or not you have a dedicated research security office or an equivalent. Do you have plans and processes to manage risk? And then, would you be interested in hearing more from RISC about training and awareness programs or other services of CETPP that we can offer? And then I really want to highlight question 12, the last question here. So as we've seen with the U.S. government now in these days, the government has evolved into what they call a whole of government approach in addressing some of the national security challenges that we face here in the United States. And we here at RISC think that in tackling the research security challenge, we need to look at it as a whole of community approach. And so what we're asking here is to gauge interest from folks in whether or not they would be interested in learning more about building a consortium designed to address research security. We're working with our partners at Finch AI to develop this consortium. And while certainly, technology, next generation technology tools are very important to addressing these challenges, we also need the community coming around and working together to address these challenges is equally as important. For those of you who were at ASCII in February, hopefully you had the opportunity to listen to Finch's tech talks regarding the CARM-RI, which is the Consortium for Academic Research Management for Research Security. That's what the acronym stands for. And that's really this concept about this consortium of both academia, industry, and government that we hope to develop to tackle this challenge.
Excellent. And just one last question. So that's a very short assessment, just 12 questions. So if I am somebody within the research security community and I go through and submit this, so who receives that? What are the next steps after you submit the assessment?
So that assessment will go to a member of the RISC team, probably me, but certainly will go to a member of the RISC team. And if you've indicated that you have an interest in learning more, I will probably reach out to you to schedule kind of what we'll call an initial consultation call, maybe 30 minutes or so, where we can go into a little bit more in depth in some of the services we might be able to provide that might suit your needs. Not everybody will need all of the services we provide under CETPP, but there may be some that would be helpful for you. And then, so we would have that conversation, and then from there, we would progress further into a collaborative effort.
Excellent. And so just to recap, so when this is submitted to the RISC Institute, a team member calls, it is a no-cost consultation. And then you talk about some of the suite of fee-based services that we do provide to the community. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, excellent. I believe the link is live on our website, and we'll be putting it in the RISC Media Bulletin later this week, and we'll have an accompanying post on our RISC Institute LinkedIn channel, as you had mentioned. With that, I want to thank you for taking time to be with us today, Zach. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thanks to you, Jason. Again, thanks to all our partners out there for supporting RISC, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Yes, sir. And just a reminder to everyone, you can go back, as Zach mentioned, to our website, risc.tamus.edu. You can submit information to the site. There's an inbox that will come to us if you have any questions. You can find all sorts of resources there, including this new CETPP assessment. Thank you for joining us, and you all have a great day.